for Still Lethal Whoop-Ass. I really enjoy this deck. I think it's fairly well positioned, so I want to give it a little bit more play. We're playing the build from Corey Bottommaster. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong, but his video on TCG Player. Hopefully it's good. Or hopefully we have fun. Hey, Sean with the 12 months in a row. Thank you very much, Sean. Highly appreciate it. We've already lost to Dice Row. You don't sign up for Mono Green Whoop-Ass or Still Leaf Whoop-Ass and to lose Dice Rows. We did hit a Llanowar Elf, though, and we got double Still Leaf. I can't imagine wanting to keep a better hand than this. Galta, in case it's a mirror. So this is what we refer to as good hand. Even if they kill the elf, we can still play these on 3. There's a lot of decks that will kill this elf. So what do you know, another red-black base deck. Because that's 60% of the meta on Moto or whatever. That's an absurd number that I'm pulling out of my butt. But it certainly feels probably even more than that based on my small sample size of only my matches. Hey, Jeremy. What's up? I'm not going to block here because if they just untap and play a Goblin Chain Whirler, we would lose them both. And that, my friends, would be unacceptable. We're going to hope they don't have the Chandra. But knowing my luck, they will, and we'll be taking 6. It could have been worse. JK, couldn't be worse. So we had a good draw. We had the type of draw that wins on the play, but these red-black decks just beat these decks. And now if they have Glorybringer, the game's over. And if they have Hazoret, the game's pretty much over. So I'll take 3, 4 down to 2. So the best blocks possible is throw one of these over here, Blossoming Defense to keep it alive, block this. We're still taking 4, so we die to 2 on the next turn regardless. Alright, well, this is the match that we have these Hours of Glory for. We have this little friend for it, we have this friend for it, and we bring in these extra 4 drops. You typically want to get rid of your Llanowar Elves and like either a Sky Sovereign or a Blossoming Defense or something on the play. I think I'm going to take the Blossoming Defense out. I used to take out Heart of Kierans and stuff in this match, but I've realized that I just need ways to block their 4-point flyers. That gets incredibly less powerful when we take out the elves, but like we don't get 2-for-1 as much and stuff. Is this hand to keep? I think this hand's a keep. If we get a land, we have a Galta on 3. That's probably good enough to keep. And we have a backup Galta in case they kill the first Galta. This is the highest impact play, so it's what we're going to play. If we don't draw our land, though, we're just kind of like SOL. We didn't draw our land. The 24 land deck, I'm pretty sure this was a fairly easy keep. I don't think we've made any rash decisions or anything. And if they attack, it's bad, really, really bad for us. Alright, well, Got nut drew game 1, though we had a very good draw in game 2. We didn't get to play Magic. Hopefully they'll play something pre-combat and we'll at least get to blow them out with the Heart of Kirin. I think I'm just going to prevent damage here. I literally threw away a card just to either trade or stop them from attacking, whichever one it works. Ah, feels really good if we actually get to trade. Kind of funny they still have 5 cards in their hand. So after all of this, we're not even up on cards, even though they had double the lands in play. I have the Hour of Glory for the Hazard. It's all going to depend on what cards are in their hand, how the rest of this game goes. It's almost impossible that they're not going to kill this Heart of Kirin, but it's not like we have an option. We just have to hope it's not Murder Boat. It was Murder Boat. Alright, so we don't have an out. Missed our land anyway. Alright, well, quickly lost by not really getting to play Magic. I don't think we're a favorite in that match. I think the red-black deck's a favorite, but we had 2 hands that you think you could win that match with pretty often. We just had to hit 1 land over like 2 draw steps, possibly 3 game 2. In game 1, I think we win on the play. I don't think we can beat his hand ever on the draw, no matter how we draw. Or, you know, like if you could let us like pick our opening 7 in every card we draw for the game, and I still don't think we beat his 7 on the draw. This hand's keepable. Though, honestly, it's not exciting. Round 1's one of the fastest rounds we've had. 8 minutes to lose. Huh? It's 24 lands. Hopefully we'll get our lands. We have every card we need in this match. Assuming it's a mirror. Oh well, it's not a mirror, so maybe we need other things then. This could have been wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to play around cast down. I don't think that these snake decks are very playable. That's just my uninformed opinion. There's a good chance that they're going to lack Ravenous Chupacabra or something, and if they do, we still have an attacking Ronus, and we get to kill them in the air with the Heart of Kirin. Kind of have to hope they don't have Contempt. If they have Contempt, they go to 8, which is pretty good, but for our hand and the Blossoming Defense, I think we beat 8. And if it's just Choops, we win. Like, it's just a basic land alone kills him. If it's just Choops. And we obviously have a lot more going on than just a basic land. Yeah. Guess he doesn't need to see anything else. Sorry, he was dead on board. We didn't even need the basic land. I'm an idiot. My Sky Sovereign's in the main deck, actually. And, I would leave it in the mirror. If it was in my sideboard, I would probably bring it in the mirror, because flying attackers is one of the best ways to, like, in the mirror, you don't really have good answers to Galta, you don't really have good answers to Ronus, so, like, sometimes the boards get fairly gummy and the flyers are what wins the game. That being said, the mirror in this match is an absurdly high variance match. There's not really a way to get an edge in it unless you're wanting to put a 4th Ronus or a 4th Galta in your sideboard, and even that's not much of an edge, or like maybe extra copies of Hour of Glory, but yeah, I wouldn't sideboard them out or anything. But it is in our main deck. I don't think I want a sideboard versus this deck. Like, maybe we want this card, maybe we want this card. I don't really think there's anything we want, though. Maybe Hour Glories are good enough, because if they get, like, stupid snake draws, they can go crazy. But, stupid snake draws aren't particularly great here. I'm gonna cut these, I think. I've not actually played this matchup. I just think when we're on to play, we have a pretty strong advantage here. Is this hand good enough to keep without a forest? Probably. It has all of our powerful cards. And we have like 3 turns to draw a forest. And be able to play. And they have turn 2 snake. Unanswered turn 2 snake's one of the most unbeatable things in standard. So we've probably already lost this game, regardless of whether we hit the land or not. If we don't hit the 3rd land, we can probably pack them up. Well, we didn't hit the 3rd land, so it's 2 out of our 4 games so far that we didn't have land 3 on turn 3. That's a bit frustrating. Especially since we had 2 in both opening hands. It's not like we kept a 1-lander and tried to get there. That card is actually brutal here, and we'll pack them up now, I think. We'll take one more draw step. I hit F6. Why are we going for these phases? Don't think we're really attacking very much. I don't really want to be over flooded on 3s though. Easy keep. I'd like to draw a blossoming defense with this hand. But we also need to just draw more basic lands. So we have our kind of nuts this game. Again, I kind of just want to draw basic lands. Can't block, so there's no reason not to just go ahead and play things. Would have loved a solid defense. So Rishkar, he's got two very good blockers here. It's not a defense. Still pretty sure I just attack with both. Willing to trade one of these for that in a defense, or that in a defense, whichever one we get. I kind of want to put two things on the ground. I think it's better to put you and maybe you because you're technically a lethal threat. I'm surprised that they didn't like have a defense and a block. Alright, so they can't block the Still Leaf Champion and they're just dead. Alright, well, that was an example. Game 2 and 3 was an example of just both of our decks kind of like drawing their nut deck, or nut draw. "17 minutes and completed 2 matches, one with a game 3. That's wild. They're like, matches are averaging under 3 minutes right now? Or games, rather, not matches. Derp. Derp. What do we got? One land hand with an elf. Have everything we need, but if we don't draw a second land, we 100% lose. If they have a removal spell for land or wealth, we 100% lose. So I guess we're just going to ship it. And we'll keep this hand. I was almost greedy enough to keep that last hand. I have to apologize. My phone's ringing, so I'm going to hit the mute. Alright, seems like it stopped. Hopefully this isn't Mono Blue Storm, because this is not the type of hand that beats Mono Blue Storm ever. Second island means it probably is. And they've hit F6, so like they're not even bluffing a counterspell. We did zombies yesterday. I guess I forgot to change that. The title does say that it's mono green. I think it says it's mono green whoop ass. Or like Still Leaf Stompy or something. But they have their important card. Can we draw one of our free Thrashing Brontodons? We can. There is magic to be played. And by magic, I mean, that was a good draw. maybe our little green bros want to get the zombies. Well, he has to take it down and block. Oh, he's got an Ornithopter too. Boo. Alright then, so just attack his face with everything. He can jump here, eat this, take 3. So we probably have to actually attack Karn here. And we probably need to attack Karn with everything. So Karn's going to die and he's going to eat this. Hopefully they don't have to rebuke for this thing. If they have to rebuke for this thing, things are going to get a lot harder. Though this game is already hard. Like I don't know if we'll win this game. Could just pump him, send them all. Yeah, that's probably the best. So they can block that, eat one of these at random, and go down to 2. We still have 2 quote-unquote lethal attackers for the following turn. But he's going to play 2 to 3 or 4 spells this turn, so it's not really a thing. Well, he's still currently dead. Still currently dead. Oh, sorry, they're not dead anymore. My bad. Alright, well, I think we've lost. Like I said, William Mulligan, this isn't the type of hand that can beat their deck. If all 3 of the cards in their hand are kind of bad, we win. But if they have even 2 playable spells, we lose. You can, like, draw Blossoming Defense or something and maybe, like, get there. Or, like, maybe draw Brontodon and be able to get rid of a blocker or something. But, oh, it's Psy. We can scoop then, right? There's nothing we can do to beat the Psy. But they had an extra Mox Amber in their hand last turn. They didn't play it to gain free life. They gave us so many draws that could win the game like that. Feels like for no reason they gave us an opportunity that could win the game. We don't even have 11, so we can't even cast Galta. Alright, well this game's over. So, versus Storm, we're going to bring in a couple of Duresses. We're going to bring in this thing. We're going to bring in these. But for the most part, we're going to get rid of stuff like Blossoming Defense and the Sky Sovereign. This is supposedly a good match, but God, this hand's pretty horrendous as well. Alright, we'll keep it. Well, sweet, right on time. I don't think you can throw it away. We have one of our sideboard cards and we have a bunch of spells. I think that's enough to keep. Well, we have to take the Karn. We simply can't beat that Karn, so. They are really low on land for the moment. So we know most of their cards. We know they can't play anything here. have got one more power in play if I'd played Rampage. Alright, well, they have to have a blocker or they're dead, but we know they have the Ornithopter. I think we're supposed to force the block. Maybe not. So it needs something with... So we have 4 points left over after the brawl. Sorry, we don't have 4 points left over. They're gonna leave the 4. Well, they have to... Let's see what they hit. If they hit a reservoir, we're probably dead. Karn, that's even better. Don't think we have an out here. Don't think we have an out at all. He knows every card in our hand, so I'm just going to save the time and play this. Not a lot, just getting smashed. You really need to draw just one Steel Leaf champion to like kind of win this match. We obviously did not draw one. Guess you can have a second Sanctuary. And a Padim. If I attack Karn, we might be able to kill the Padim. I could just attack their face and force a block, right? It's worth killing Padim. It's a card a turn. We're not coming back this game. Maybe if we had some walking ballistas or something in the deck. There's a chance that they mess up this turn. We could draw, based on the cards they're currently showing us, we have the opportunity to draw a Thrashing Brontodon and win, but I assume by the end of the turn that they'll cast the thing. Oh, they didn't. Alright, so we have 4 outs then. Any Thrashing Brontodon wins this game. Second Vivian also wins this game. That's neither of those things. Guess we throw the Vivian away then? Throwing this Vivian away feels terrible. Yeah, throwing the Vivian away just feels terrible. Well, that card was useless. I was kind of hoping to hit a Thrashing Brontodon off that. They have to be able to win at this point. You are famous. Let's just see why. Oh yeah, I saw that message the other day. I liked Rudy's response to it the best. Alright, well we currently have 2 lethal threats. Plus a way to get rid of 1 blocker. Oh. Well. Their hand's really bad though. They didn't play anything that mattered. They ended up killing the Vivian anyway, so maybe I was supposed to just play the Vivian? Or maybe I was supposed to just minus the Vivian last turn instead of gamble to try to hit a Brontodon? Currently have 4 lethal attackers. I was not in your comments. So what do you think about that? What was that? What did they just do? Oh, they use commit. So they only have 4 left. What can they play with 4? Oh, they can just play a Psy. Now they have 4 blockers, and that's enough to win again. I assume the game's over. That was a hell of a draw they just got. A hell of a draw. Would have been nice to draw 2 sideboard cards with our additional 7. I just punted, didn't I? No, I didn't punt. Never mind. Oops. Wrong one. Unless he drew, like, fantastically bad, we literally don't have an out anymore. Probably should have put the Llanowar Elf on the table instead of the Greenbelt Rampager. This means I'm going to have 1 less attacker on the following turn. But the Llanowar Elf attacking for 1 seems irrelevant. Could have technically attacked with Oasis, but then again, we could technically just Oasis the Llanowar Elf and then do the thing. Well, at least it's looking like their hand's bad again, but now we know that they can get a PO with this that's been removed with a gold counter, and I don't know how we ever beat that. We've still not drawn a Galta or a Still Leaf champion this whole game. They don't have a counterspell, that's probably enough. Oh, as we get a point of damage through like this. Could have got one extra point of damage through, but I don't think we need it. If they have a commit, we're just willing to lose. I'll probably just scoop if they have commit, to be honest. Actually, I probably won't. Not with Daronis in play. Well, they have another commit. We should scoop to that. Like, that's not beatable. We've lost, but we'll give it one more try. Maybe they'll hit exceptionally bad here. So at this point, I would just Inventor's Fair for a thing. And I would just win the game. Very easily. Is that the 4th or the 5th expertise that they've played? They tell me that match is supposed to be winnable, but I've never beat it because I never draw Steel Leaf Champions and I never draw Artifact removal on time. Like, I usually get one Artifact removal, sometimes 2 Artifact removal spells over the course of a game, but like, only after they've taken control, like never before. But I just do not draw the important cards ever. I mean, I feel like we had a pretty fast start. We didn't have a Llanowar Elf, but I don't think you can mulligan to just Llanowar Elf. Alright, hopefully we'll draw our 3rd land. Though in 2 rounds we've not drawn a 3rd land yet, so let's hope this isn't one of those. Oh, they're playing Wizard Red, so these Foreign Lieutenants are actually kind of good then. And we didn't have our, what is this, round 4 now? And in 3 rounds, at least one game, we didn't have land 3. That's pretty frustrating. But like I said, at least this is a very good match for us. That's unfortunate. A weird attack. Flame of the Keld's a good one. It's definitely going to cause us problems. Alright, let's draw a land time. That's still not a damn land. Actually, just going to attack here. You don't need to block till the turn that the flame's going off, so... I guess we just don't block. Then hopefully can win on our next turn. If he's got 2 3-point burn spells, we lose. If he had 2 3-point burn spells, we were losing 100% anyway. Because if we lose the Still Leaf Champion, the game's kind of over. Goddamn annoying just not to draw lands over and over and over. I don't think there's anybody who plays Magic that draws lands as seldomly as I do. I actually believe that to be true. So, I typically like Hours of Glory if I know they have a Hazoret, but I don't know if this build has Hazoret. I think Hazoret is an exceptionally bad card when you have Flame of Keld in your deck, but a lot of people disagree with that, which is why a lot of people don't win, but that's fine. That's a pretty good match for us. Pretty good draw. Do we want to attack or do we want to block this game? Guess I wouldn't block here. So we have 3 2-mana spells. I'm just going to play this one. I don't think I'm attacking, so. And this stops things like Earthshaker from coming down at least. Whereas if we played a Heart of Kieran or the Thorn Lieutenant, they don't really do that. Really? You have Cut in that deck? It's another what I consider odd decision. I'm certainly not blocking. You left a 2-1 do nothing in. That's odd to me as well. Yeah, well, we have good blockers now. I will throw the Heart of Kieran away. I don't think Heart of Kieran's even good in this match. There's an argument that I should have sideboarded it out. So if this gets any card out of his hand, it is beyond worth it. I think we're going to pass a turn. Hmm. It does feel like they have a braid or something. Okay. Guess I'm just gonna attack with this one then. Hope that 2 blockers is enough next turn. 2 blockers with an Hour of Glory anyway. I assume if they started throwing Burn at our head a minute ago, though, that we're just dead. But hopefully they miscount an Hour of Glory changes things somehow. Because, like, if they went for it right now and they only have 1 3-point burn spell, the Hour of Glory would win us the game. They have 2, we don't have an out. Alright, well, I want to use my mana, so. Second Aronis, what do? You do nothing. God, these draws. Come on, dogs. So say we crew the Heart of Kieran and attack with everything. I don't... Literally don't know if we can win if we do that. Guess we can do something like this again. Leave the heart on defense this time. I have 3 defensive spells. So I have 3 blockers now. We're also tapped out, and they're going to throw at least 3 points of burn at our head. Can't beat double Wizard's Lightning. So if we get past this turn, we're just going to go for it and attack with everything. They having a braid here. We lose a blocker and we're dead. But we had to try for it. We didn't have any other outs. We just didn't really get to play Magic either of these games. Well, we just got crushed. Not even... Today's been a tilting set of matches. I felt they had them braid the entire game, but I'm not sure what we could do to beat the braid. Because we definitely had to close the game at 6 life. We couldn't sit there and take infinite turns. Lost the dash row. We won several dash rows today, though. Hands good. We're hands like this the rest of the night. No. As I immediately lose my excitement because it doesn't really matter if our hand's good in this match. It just matters who draws the important cards. Assuming that they're the mirror, which I'm always going to assume they're mirror when they start with these two. Could still be like snakes or something. Oh. And being on the play in this match is kind of pretty important as well. That card's not very good. Yeah, hitting your land drops is pretty important as well. How do I win last game if I crew with Ronus? I guess I have 2 blockers, but I don't think that wins us the game. It was a better block, though. Hey, Albert. That was definitely a better block. We still died to, like, land shock or anything. So, like, we'd had a better chance at winning the game, but we don't know that we would have won. Is it wrong that I just want to attack for 12 and cast this one? Yeah, my play was definitely wrong, but we don't know that it would have won the game, I don't think. He still had a fistful of cards, but yeah, it was a pretty bad block. Just an attack with the Galta. See how much damage he takes. Start thinking of ways to win the game if he takes a bunch. I could attack with both. Gonna take 7 like this. It's not 3. I mean, my Galta's gonna die to his Death Toucher 100%. But they don't really have a way to remove this Galta, so we have to do it at some point before they draw their own Galta. Alright, so let's math here. Assume they block this with something. Can we win with an all-in attack? Just say they take these and block our biggest. You block this 5, you block this 5. You block 4 from here. You block 3 from there. You're taking 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't win that way. Alright, well, I guess we're casting more things then. Oh, and you have a Thrashing Brontodon, which kills this. I forgot about that. I do not think I win with an all-in attack. Maybe my math's wrong, but I don't think I do. They have 4 blockers. And one of their blockers can kill my Scrap Heap Scrounger. I don't know, maybe I did. Did kind of fast math, so I guess you could be right. I don't know. Pretty sure I win now. So now they have 5 blockers. So they block 1, they block 2. So they have 5 blockers. They block the 2 biggest. Let's see. They're going to use a 4 to block the Galta, so like 7 comes through on the Galta. They're going to kill the Thrashy Bee after combat. And then they still have 2 more blockers. So if they block my next biggest 2, which is 3 each. So then we'd be getting through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We still don't win. Alright. Well, we still don't win. They draw a land. Now we win. Oh no, they could have blossoming defenses and stuff too. So starting next turn, I'm going to start attacking with Scrap Heap Scroungers. At least one of them. These things can't block anyway. I usually think I've been lethal for a while. I think I just did the math very badly. I'm pretty sure I've been lethal for a while. I'm pretty confident I've been lethal for a while now. Hopefully they don't have multiple blossoming defenses. Done no damage, but we got 2 of their things off the board. Definitely being overly cautious right now, I think. I don't have it in me to do the math. Sorry. Can't bring myself to do the math. Well, that's pretty easy. And we just use this on this for sure. Hope we didn't leave ourselves dead. There's a good chance I just left ourselves dead. So if he attacked with everything, we would have put the Land of Wealth in front of that, that in front of that. Alright, we weren't even close to dead, were we? You need multiple more lands. Tell our opponent not to scoop. So in the mirror, Hours of Glory have to be good. Kill fly things has to be good. Anything that can block seems good. Anything that can fly seems good. Not sure which is better on the Planeswalkers. Things that I don't really want. I really want these 8 cards. It seems like it's okay, but it's probably worse than just casting Nissa and drawing lots of cards. Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. Artifact, creature with flying. The front half of that's just not great, is it? Well, I've told our opponent not to concede. If we beat him, I'm just going to feel bad, as always. Alright, we'll mulligan again. Have to leave that. It's a tier 1 card in the match. Gonna play this one. It has the higher upside, and there's little chance that we're attacking with the Brontodon anyway. Our opponent and I are both just kind of smart. So they left. There's no chance they're making this attack if they didn't leave Blossoming Defense in. That's something to consider. I think I'm just going to cast both of these. I was considering pumping like my elf or whatever and attacking for 5, but I think I just want to get crap on the table. May double block if he attacks this turn. You would need 2 Blossoming Defenses to profitably trade with the double block. And then he'd still only get 1 of our guys. He need 3 to get both of our guys. Guess he could have like a cast down in 1 defense. Some of these builds played cast down. Also should have blocked this one. I'm not sure why I didn't. That was just really silly of me to not block this one. We actually have relevant artifacts in our deck. So not blocking this one was a major fail. I took a point of damage for that instead of just tapping one of those. It's kind of crazy. But we also got 2 spells for 1. Oh, and they drew a Galta. So this game's, what do they call that in the funny papers, over? So we have a Ronus that can block now, and we have a 5/5 and a 3/4. We've kind of locked up the ground again. Well, not locked up, but we did very well with the ground. I assume they're just going to have Hour of Glory or something because that's our lot in life. They always have those cards. And they're not really playing spells, so it indicates that they definitely have something reasonable. Yeah, well, we need to draw heirs. Ooh, we did draw heirs. You saying there's a chance? You're saying there's a chance? You're saying there was a chance. Alright, well. If we just kill that, we have to like chump. Alright, we just have to hope they don't hit the defense. They've already drawn 2, and defenses are really bad in these matches, so like, in theory, they shouldn't have a bunch. Us not killing that well, we wouldn't have killed it anyway, but us not blocking that Brontodon earlier was an outrageous error. Alright, well, if you have it, you have it. That's a good one. That's a great one. Could have bought back the other 3-4 and played it. That actually may have been worth it. Probably gonna have to now. Well, actually, we won't be able to now. So as of right now, this blocks this blocks this. Those things do nothing. This trades with something, I guess. We can block everything. That's another Galta. Oh, come on. Not sure what we can draw now. That's a good draw, but is it good enough? It's just not good enough, is it? Think we're dead no matter what. We can gain 2 blockers, but we can't beat the trample. Maybe we can hit our own? No. If we hit our own, we had chances that game. More of the same. Mulligan, unplayable hand. It's been like this entire league. Just like tons of mana problems and tons of like not drawing relevant spells. This will be the first time we've not cashed with Stompy, I think. I mean, we've already not cashed, but we're about to go 1-4. I don't even know what we can draw to come back from here. Like, I don't think it matters what we draw at all. I think his hand has to be actively bad. He's certainly not going to block, and neither am I, because he showed us blossoming defense, and we can't afford to lose our dude. We're just going to untap and tick up Vivian and hope that his hand's not great. And it is. They've drawn more Ronuses, and they've drawn more Galtas in both the games they won. We drew more in the one game we won. Because that's it. Like I was saying before the match started, those are the only cards that really matter in these matches. I'll take a Galta, but a couple hour glories matter. I mean, they're not nothing. They just don't matter. I don't know how to phrase it. Like, they're not bad. They just don't matter. And they get the first Galta on top of that. At least they can't kill Vivian. Get the 3 block. Goodbye, Hour of Glory. You'll be missed. He'll be able to kill this Vivian, and we're not going to be able to stop him. Not sure what we need to win here. Probably starts with our own Ronus. Or Hour of Glory. And they have to not have an Hour of Glory, or it doesn't matter what we draw. They have to not have a Blossoming Defense, or it doesn't matter what we draw. They just have to not have a lot of things, and it doesn't matter what we draw if they have them. Face, 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 face. Well, if it's all coming to the face, we don't really have options. Could have crewed with the Heart of Kirin, I guess, and then blocked the Thrashing Brontodon, but I'm just assuming the way they played, they either have Hour Glory or Blossoming Defense in their hand, and the Galta's going to die either way, so our block doesn't seem like it's relevant. I don't know, maybe we should have tried to block the Brontodon. And we're dead. Even though we looked at... what? 16 more cards than our opponent or something? Or is that 12 cards? We activated it 3 times, right? 12 cards more than our opponent. They still outdrew us with just their draw steps. Alright. Well, frustrating. But anyway, like I said, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters in the mirrors are this card, and very occasionally this card, and we just drew less of them in the sideboarded games. No decisions actually mattered. We didn't play perfect, but even perfect play would not have mattered. And that's going to do it for us today. We got beyond crushed. We had just terrible draws, terrible mana the entire day. And it's for like 3 or 4 days, or 2 or 3 days in a row. 3 or 4 is probably a stretch. I don't know. It is definitely frustrating. I guess we're going to host Hodge. He's drafting, but there's nobody else playing right now that I want to host. I just like Hodge the most. Take care, everybody, and have a good day. For anybody who cares, there's going to be a video up of me playing that red, blue, black deck. You know, like basically the red, black deck that splashes Bolus and Scarab God on my YouTube, which is a link below the stream in like 10 minutes. We get absolutely crushed. The deck's bad. Wouldn't suggest watching it, but it's there if you want to. Take care, everybody.